Hello, good evening. Welcome to Prime Business with me, Pious Kojo Backah. President Akufo-Addo has given the firm guarantee of Ghana securing financing assurance from the Paris Club at its next meeting. Well, this, the president says, could be crucial in helping Ghana secure an IMF board approval. Speaking at the parade to mark Workers' Day in Bolgatanga in the Upper East region earlier today, the president expressed optimism that the IMF program will help Ghana fast-track the recovery of the economy.
The Bank of Ghana and the regulators in the financial sector space have provided some regulatory reliefs to support affected institutions. In keeping with our common objective, government through the Financial Stability Council will monitor continuously the impact of the domestic debt exchange program on financial institutions to enable it to take remedial action if and when necessary. This will ensure that measures put in place to safeguard incomes, deposits, pensions, investor funds, and assets are effective. After achieving a staff-level agreement with the IMF in December 2022 in record time, 6 months after beginning the negotiations in July 2022, we've continued to work tirelessly to complete all prior actions required to present Ghana's program to the IMF Executive Board for approval. We've also made substantial progress on the debt exchange program, as well as on our engagements with bilateral creditors to secure financing assurance required for the IMF program. We are assured that the next round of meetings of the Paris Club will result in the formation of an official creditor committee, inclusive of China, and the provision of financing assurances. The IMF and the World Bank have been very supportive in this journey. With the progress made so far, we expect the IMF board to consider Ghana's program for imminent approval after the financing assurances are provided.
But speaking of the same program, the Trade Union Congress registered its opposition to the IMF program, insisting it is not the answer to current challenges facing the economy. Dr. Yauban is Secretary General of the Trade Union Congress.
COVID-19 and the war in Ukraine have only exposed the weakness of our economy and the economic policy framework that has guided economic management in Ghana in the last 40 years. The reason Ghana has had to seek IMF support almost every 3 years is largely due to the flaws in the way our economy has been managed based on the neoliberal free market ideology. We would like to reiterate our well-known position that the IMF program can never take us out of this crisis. Our history of engagements with the IMF provides ample evidence that IMF-sponsored programs and policies cannot change our economic circumstances. Another IMF program will only impose more economic burden on us. We have to change the situation ourselves as Ghanaians. We believe strongly that government can lead us out of this crisis. And the government can do so by cutting expenditure on non-essentials, including the need to stop spending our hard-earned revenue on a national cathedral. In fact, comrades, it will be better to convert the project into a national hospital.
And that's it for Prime Business. I am Pious Kojo Backah. Sports is next.